Okay, get this. Over the past 3 years, I've made about $62,000 as a copywriter selling copywriting services on Fiverr. And where I'm at now, I can confidently expect to make a couple of $1,000s every month as a Fiverr seller. It's become a legitimate business for me. Craziest part of it all is I wasn't a copywriter or a business owner before starting down this journey. But I am now, and I've learned quite a bit. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you what I learned, and more specifically, how you can use $100 or less to start a Fiverr business for yourself that has the potential to scale up to the point that I've gotten to, making a couple of thousands of dollars per month as a freelancer. This is probably how I would go about things if I had to start from scratch today. And I'll be totally honest with you, some of the things I'm gonna mention in this video, you don't even need to spend a penny on. Basically, everything I'm gonna mention in this video, you could probably do for free. I'll give you the free and the paid option. The only catch is usually the free options will take a little bit more time and a little bit more work from your end to make it happen. So the first thing you're gonna invest in is usually the first thing I tell everybody who wants to become a freelancer is to make sure that you have a skill set that you're good at and is sellable. So if you're watching this and you have absolutely no clue what skills you possess, you should probably start by putting a little bit of thought into that. Most people who have a job and are paid to do a specific job are probably good at a couple things that might offer value to other people as well. But if not, this is usually one of the first investments I recommend anyone make in their Fiverr business, and that's education. Paid options like Skillshare or Udemy are great low-cost options to get good at a particular skill or skill set through online courses. I'm a Skillshare affiliate. There's links in the description of this video, and I usually link to it in most of my videos. I think it's a great option for people looking to get started and learn a new skill set that has tangible value and can be sold on a platform like Fiverr. You're probably looking at spending anywhere from $10 to $15 depending on how hard you study, practice, and how long it takes you to learn whatever it is you're after. That $10 to $50 is probably good for 1 or 2 Udemy courses or a couple months of a Skillshare membership. But don't worry, if you're looking for free options, there are a ton of free courses on YouTube that you can leverage to learn stuff for free. There are a ton of YouTube channels out there, but here are a couple that are actually related to skills you can sell on Fiverr. The first for graphic designers out there is Satori Graphics. Pretty huge channel. I enjoy watching a lot of his content. It's really informative and has taught me a lot about graphic design. You should check it out. Link in the description. There's also a couple really helpful voiceover related YouTube channels for anyone looking to get into voiceovers. I'll link to those in the description as well. I even have a couple of copywriting courses for anyone looking to get into copywriting or content writing. I'll link to them in the description of this video and put the thumbnails up on the screen. Feel free to check them out. All these options are free. So to summarize this first investment in your new Fiverr business, you need to learn a skill, either by using some of the free options I've listed in the form of YouTube videos, links in the description, or spending about $50 on a site like Skillshare or Udemy to take a pre-made and packaged course. And honestly, the amount of time it'll take you to get to an intermediate level of proficiency is really going to depend on your patience and how hard you work and practice to get good at whatever skill you're trying to learn. The second investment to starting your Fiverr business is investing in great pictures, both for your profile picture and Fiverr gig images. When it comes to your profile picture, honestly, you can probably do it for free. Portrait mode is fantastic nowadays, and as long as you get some good lighting and a nice backdrop, you can take a really professional looking photo just with your iPhone. Spend some time setting up a really nice headshot of yourself. Trust me, it'll go a long way. Now, where you might want to spend a little bit of money isn't really your headshot, but more importantly, your gig thumbnail. A really visually attractive gig thumbnail that actually gets people to click through to your gig is insanely important for how successful your Fiverr gig is going to be. And if you're not super graphically inclined, you can totally hire this out. I see a ton of Fiverr sellers selling really good looking thumbnails for Fiverr gigs in the $5 to $10 range. There's thousands of people offering this service. Do a quick search. I'm sure you can find someone who will do a great job for you for about 10 bucks. Alternatively, if you don't want to pay anyone to make a thumbnail for your Fiverr gig, I have a couple tutorials on this channel to show you how to do that in Canva. That's how I make most of my Fiverr gig images in Canva, and I have a tutorial that will walk you through my exact process for creating a Fiverr gig image. Links in the description. There's your paid option. Spend $5 or $10 on Fiverr, and the free option is a tutorial that I've linked to in the video description. All right, so far you're at about $60 invested if you've gone with the paid options I've recommended so far, or $0 if you've gone the DIY route. Let's get on to the next one. All right, so the third thing you're probably gonna want to invest in when starting a Fiverr business is sales. And we're probably gonna spend about $20 here. I'll also give you a free option like I promised, but $20 is probably where I think we're gonna land for a great sales email. So if you've already created your Fiverr gigging profile, one thing I always recommend to new sellers who want to speed up the amount of time it takes to get your first couple of orders is to proactively reach out to companies who might want to buy your service. And the way you do that is by crafting a really compelling sales email with a strong call to action to direct people to your Fiverr gigs and services. Basically, you'd compile a list of all the types of companies that might be interested or need help from someone like you, and you contact them with an email, letting them know what you do, pitching them on your services, and either directing them to your gig or inviting them to a conversation to talk about how you can help. So if you've never done email copywriting or don't have much email sales experience, this is definitely something you could consider hiring out. And I think $20 is a great price point to target to get an experienced copywriter to write you a pretty solid sales email. And if you're gonna hire someone out, I would try looking for copywriters who do have some past real world sales experience. I think that combined with a good copywriting ability will combine to make a really good email that should do a great job helping you sell and market your Fiverr gig. As far as free options go, I actually have created an email copywriting tutorial. It's really basic, but if you take your time to practice and get good at this skill of copywriting, it should be enough to get you to the point where you yourself can write an effective sales email. Check it out, link in the description. And the last investment that you can make to help get your Fiverr business up and running is something that wasn't around when I started, but it is now. It's Fiverr's Seller Plus program at $29 per month. Seller Plus is a program that gives you access to a ton of helpful stuff to help grow your Fiverr business. Things like a dedicated success manager, advanced analytics on your gigs and profile, the ability to offer coupons to buyers, and priority access to buyer requests. Probably the most valuable aspect of this for new Fiverr sellers and for getting your Fiverr business up and running is one-on-one sessions with a success manager who can give you tips, tricks, and advice directly from Fiverr on things you can do to have an immediate helpful impact on your profile and gigs. This will essentially save you a ton of time and trial and error trying to figure out how to make your gigs work yourself. I think it's a great way to invest $29 per month. You could even do it for just 1 month to get your gigs up and running. But I think it's immensely valuable and should be really helpful for new Fiverr sellers. All right. So here's a summary of the options that I mentioned in this video for things you can invest in to help grow your Fiverr business. Number one was to learn a skill that is valuable and sellable. The options I gave you were $50 for the paid route or free if you want to go the YouTube route. Number two is gig images. About $10 if you want to hire this out, or free if you want to watch my tutorial and do it yourself. The third thing we talked about was sales email copy. Now I think $20 is a good point to aim for one solid sales email. Or if you have the time and you want to practice, I have a tutorial to show you how to write your own sales emails for free. And the fourth thing we mentioned was Fiverr Seller Plus. This one's $29 per month, and obviously there's no free option because this is a paid service by Fiverr. So the total investment, if you choose to go the paid route for everything, is $109. I know I said this video is how to start a Fiverr business for less than $100. I was close, $109. And if you go the DIY route with the exception of Fiverr Plus, you're looking at $29 because you have to pay for Seller Plus. Anyways, this was how to start a Fiverr business for $100 or less. These are some things that, through my time as a Fiverr seller, I think would have a huge impact on any new Fiverr seller looking to get their Fiverr business up and running quickly and effectively. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you have any questions, just hit me up. I really hope this video helps anyone looking to get started on Fiverr, on the right path and mindset to make that happen for yourself. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, cheers.